Every time you paste something into ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini, whether it's a business email, customer record, or confidential document, that data leaves your machine. And here's what most people don't think about. Once that information is sent to a cloud AI, you're trusting someone else's infrastructure to handle it correctly. A recent report found that more than 40% of employees have already entered sensitive company data into AI tools without approval from their IT teams, and that number continues to grow. So today we're answering an important question. Is your AI agent leaking your data? And more importantly, what can you do about it? The answer might be self-hosting. Let's break it down. The problem with cloud AI. When you send a prompt to a cloud-based AI model, your request travels over the internet to the provider's servers, gets processed, and then the response is sent back to you. That sounds simple enough? But during that process, your data exists outside your environment. Now, major providers like OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google have improved their privacy practices significantly. They offer enterprise plans, security controls, and data protection policies. However, you're still relying on a third party. You're trusting their infrastructure, their employees, their partners, and future policy decisions. For casual use, that's usually fine. But if you're working with healthcare records, financial information, legal documents, or highly sensitive customer data, trust alone may not be enough. That's where self-hosting enters the picture. What does self-hosting mean? Self-hosting simply means running the AI model yourself instead of sending requests to an external provider. The model runs on your own computer, private server, or internal cloud environment. Your data stays within your control. No external API calls, no third-party processing, no dependence on someone else's logging policies. Just a few years ago, this was something only large enterprises could afford. Today, it's surprisingly accessible. Open-weight models like Llama, Mistral, Gemma, and Phi can be downloaded and run locally. And tools like Ollama, LM Studio, and vLLM make deployment easier than ever. What used to require a dedicated machine learning team can now be done in minutes. Who actually needs self-hosting? Let's be realistic. Not everyone needs to self-host an AI model. If you're generating social media captions, writing blog outlines, or brainstorming ideas, cloud AI services are usually perfectly fine. But self-hosting becomes much more valuable if you handle patient or healthcare records, you work with financial information, you process legal documents, your product promises strong privacy protections, you're operating under regulations like GDPR, HIPAA, or SOC2. A potential data leak could damage customer trust or your company's reputation. In these situations, keeping data inside your own environment isn't just a preference, it can become a business requirement. How to self-host an LLM? There are 3 common approaches. Option 1, run it locally. The easiest path is using a tool like Ollama on your laptop or desktop. You download a model, run a simple command, and start chatting with it locally. Everything stays on your machine. This is ideal for developers, researchers, and small teams. Option 2, private cloud deployment. If you need more performance or team access, you can deploy models on dedicated infrastructure in AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud. The important distinction is that you're hosting the model yourself rather than calling a third-party AI API. Tools like vLLM and Hugging Face text generation inference make this relatively straightforward. Option 3, fully on-premise. For organizations with strict security requirements, everything can run inside an internal network with no internet access. Government agencies, defense organizations, hospitals, and highly regulated industries often prefer this setup. It's the highest level of privacy and control available. The trade-offs. Now, self-hosting isn't magic. There are trade-offs. First, there's cost. Instead of paying per API request, you're paying for hardware, storage, and infrastructure. Second, there's maintenance. Updates, monitoring, security patches, and scaling become your responsibility. Third, performance can vary. A locally hosted model may not always match the capabilities of the latest premium cloud models. But here's the key point. For sensitive workloads, the cost of self-hosting is often far lower than the cost of a data breach, compliance violation, or loss of customer trust. That's the calculation many organizations are making today. Is your AI agent leaking your data? The honest answer is that if you're sending sensitive information to a cloud AI and haven't carefully reviewed how that provider handles your data, you probably don't know. And uncertainty is the real problem. Self-hosting changes that equation. It gives you control over where your data goes, who can access it, and how it's processed. For many people, cloud AI remains the right choice. But for organizations dealing with sensitive information, self-hosting is becoming one of the most important conversations in AI today. If you'd like a step-by-step tutorial showing how to set up Ollama and run a local LLM on your own machine, let me know in the comments. If you found this useful, hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.